I timed it. The last time I went out to get McDonald's, it only took me 8 minutes.
I was half convinced you went to get McDonald's this time. We're gonna come back from one of these two sesh recordings, and you're gonna have McDonald's.
I'm legitimately gonna do it one day, but I have to time it right because it's got to be a day where there's no line at the McDonald's, or then it'll actually take me 30 minutes, and then I'll be filled like a terrible. Actually, I would just turn around and come home at that point. My experiment would have failed.
Yeah.
Does McDonald's do like mobile orders?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god! Well, I could just say like I'm gonna get McDonald's, but then I actually get the Wendy's because the Wendy's is a lot closer to my house.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could walk to the Wendy's in 5 minutes,
Yeah,
but I
but then
won't do that.
then you couldn't do the drive-through.
No, and the drive-through's the best part because that's when specifically just the Wendy's in my area is employed exclusively by teenagers. So every time I go there, they're literally all in the lobby, and I can see the disappointment on their faces as I'm pulling through, and I'm like, "Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's me again. Yeah, I'm here for a burger."
They're like, "Oh my god, she's back for the fourth time today."
I give me that chicken biscuit. I need it.
I crave the biscuit. Who can tell me what happened last time on This Isn't Biscuits?
we all died.
We did
Farmer
all
Farmer
actually die.
Grumble had a narcolepsy episode so strong that it ripped a hole in the earth, and then we took the house for a test drive into the hole.
And we all became really good friends.
Yeah,
Okay, can anyone give me a little bit more?
that's all you need.
All right. Yeah.
That's all you, Max.
That's all you really
listen,
need.
That's all you
That's
need.
like pretty much everything that happened last episode.
We had a full-on conference discussion with Mouse and Chris between Atticus and Cornelius, where Atticus revealed everything Chris forgot that he had known. We learned some things. We became good friends. We moved on. Except that Chris overheard Atticus admitting to ending the world a couple years ago, and we might revisit that down the line. But we all shook hands and agreed to, help each other out. We're looking for Anderson and general freedom, and they're looking for the solution to Goo Baby. But that all came crashing down when we literally fell into a hole at the end.
Yeah. So basically, there was a major earthquake, and for one reason or another, everyone ended up in the earthquake hole. So to begin, everyone needs to make a Constitution roll.
Saving throw.
Okay.
Except there's not saving throws in this game. So
Wow, that's incredible! I got a hard success. I was 1 point off from extreme success. That's kind of disappointing.
how'd everyone else do?
You said Constitution.
I sure did.
I got a hard success.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got a regular.
So, Chris, you're going to take 2 points of damage from the impact.
Ouch.
And so let me set the scene. Atticus and Cornelius, you catch your bearings first as you peer out from under the blanket and the dust settles. The house has completely collapsed around you and is now, in fact, spilling out into this sort of sprawling cave. Above you, peering through the wreckage, you cannot see the daylight. It's hard to know whether you've been completely sealed in or if it's still nighttime. But it does not look like there's going to be an easy way to get back out the way you came in. You can see in the wreckage a giraffe head sticking out from under tons of rubble.
Oh, Bluffery. Oh, God.
And you see a lone blanket sort of sprawled out further into the mouth of this cave with at least there's something wrapped in it. You can see that.
I want to pull myself together once I kind of grab Cornelius by the face, and I'm like, "Are you okay?"
Yes, are you?
I'm okay. I'm fine.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna check on what looks like the remains of Bloffery.
I'll check out blanket pile.
Okay. I go and test the aliveness of Bloffery.
How do you want to test the aliveness of Bloffery?
Like, how much of Bloffery is sticking out? Like, if it's the top of the giraffe head, I'm gonna try and, like, with my hands remove some of the rubble around where I assume his face is. Like, the actual human aspect of his face.
No, it's the giraffe head.
That's sticking out?
Yeah, that's what's sticking out of the rubble.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try and uncover the other part of his face because I don't think I was witness to the mouthpiece talking earlier.
Yeah. So as you start fiddling around, you watch the giraffe head just sort of tumble, separated through the wreckage.
Is it like bloody?
It is not, but it is empty.
Is there like any human body anywhere near it?
Not that you can see.
I cover it with more rubble.
I am not
Burial
I am
for-
not
for
risking that
Bluffrey.
thing coming back.
Like out loud, I'm like, it's a burial, and on the inside, I'm like, be beneath the earth, brushed by the stone, rise no more. You're horrible.
All right, as you sing that haunting funeral song to yourself, Cornelius, you go over to this sort of lone blanket, and as you sort of rip it open, you see a very frantic-looking mouse. And how's Chris doing?
Chris is like shoulder. Is he like rubbing his shoulder a little bit? Are you screaming at him or me?
He's mouse is screaming at Cornelius.
Oh, okay. All right.
What?
All right.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You scared me. What?
More than the house collapsing into a cave?
No, but then something ripped the blanket off. I was like, "This is it, cave rats." You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you're
No.
mouse. You get along with the rats.
What?
He's got a point there.
What happened? Where are we?
The house fell to here, which
I don't know where here is exactly.
Yeah. So, Atticus, do you come over and rejoin the others?
Yeah, after I hauntingly bury the remains of what I assume is hopefully Blauffrey, and maybe he'll be free from that, I rejoin the others, and I'm like, oh, you lived. Oh, that's a relief and a shock, honestly. What the fuck?
Yeah, we were like out of the house, and then this goofball fell in.
I lost my
Oh.
footing.
How could you do that?
I meant like not even like a YouTube, but I meant like all of us. How the fuck look up? There is no more up.
Yeah.
Yeah, are there stars or is it just
No.
nothing?
No, that's just the. I don't want to think about how far deep we are.
It's yeah. So above you is just black.
I don't like that.
Chris is gonna pick up a rock and throw it up as high as he can.
Okay. Roll throw for me.
Okay. I just want to see how far deep we are. If I could hit a ceiling of some type, maybe. Yeah. That's actually real good. That's a hard success, even though I only have a 20.
So you chuck it up with immense speed and force, and watch it sail into the darkness. And after a few seconds, you hear like a thump, the sound of it maybe hitting like some soft dirt. And
Cool.
as your eyes further adjust, you can see that this sort of sinkhole has opened up into a cave of some kind, a cave-like structure. So if I could paint you a picture, and we think about this in more of a two-dimensional space, to your left is the wreckage of the house. And then to the right, you can see, not very well, but you can see this sort of tunnel snake to who knows where.
Snake?
Where?
Where?
Oh. Well, did you guys see anybody else alive or dead in the house?
We saw
Well,
the implication of Blauffrey.
okay, well, it was just the hat. There was no body. I did bury the hat.
Didn't he say
under like so much rubble.
Didn't he say like the hat was melded onto him?
He sure did, but it
Oh.
doesn't. He doesn't. It wasn't attached. There was no blood, and there was no body that I could see. So I'm gonna choose to believe maybe in his final moments he found freedom.
Maybe that would have saved him from suffocating on dirt and rubble.
Maybe.
Oh no.
Maybe they got out already?
Well, why don't we carefully try and see if we can poke around, because we also need to find a way out of here.
Yeah. Does anyone have Flashlight?
I look at Cornelius exclusively.
Same.
Probably. I rustle around in my pockets.
Or like a phone flashlight? Did anyone grab their phones before this happened?
My phone's in my
Lola!
pocket. Is it smashed? Can I roll luck?
Yeah, you can roll luck. Everyone can roll luck. That's what we'll do. Except for
My
Cornelius, who
phone
probably
is
has a.
not the kind of phone to have a light built into it.
No, it
if I'm
wouldn't.
being honest.
Chris has been very diligent about plugging his Lola in before bed, so it's definitely still plugged in the house.
My phone smashed.
It's a good thing.
You
It's a good
left
thing the
it
house is here
plugged
with
in.
us.
With us.
I mean, like, what? I'm not gonna. The first thing I thought of was my brother, not Lola.
Yeah. My
Okay.
phone is smashed so badly.
Well,
Alright.
perfect news, everyone. My luck is 50 and I rolled a 50, so.
So Cornelius, you
Yeah.
do indeed have a flashlight, and Mouse pulls out his phone and he says, "It's a little cracked now, but I got one too. You guys,
Mine's a paperweight now.
Yeah, mine's inside still.
That's fine. If we encounter any horrible cave monsters, I'll just throw my brick of a phone at it.
okay." Chris, I don't know how to tell you this. I think we just got to get you a new phone, there, buddy.
Yeah. R.I.P. Lola.
Well, you could always back up your current personality. Did you have a good personality?
No, she didn't really like me all that much.
Oh, you should just get a new one.
That's
It's
so
worth it.
mean, though. That's so mean.
Listen, as someone who also got the cranky, angry, exhausted Lola one, I'm gonna miss that toasty bitch. She was so mean.
Yeah, I kind of like the sass. I think
I did too.
I'll revive her.
I'm just gonna see
There's-
what I get. I think with the kind of person that I am on a daily basis, I think I'm just gonna get it again. Anyway, let's I feel like at the very least we owe it to Farmer Magoo and Elizabeth and even the actual remains of Blauffrey to just try. Because what if they're just like trapped in the house and unconscious and we just leave them? No, we should try a little bit more to find them.
Yeah, for all we knew, Farmer Magoo may have fallen asleep again.
That and also like he opened his home to us. Like we were random ass strangers from the woods. That was pretty insane.
Wait, Chris checks on his elephant. Is the elephant okay?
It was ceramic.
It was.
You know what?
That's
Can
Chris?
Max? Can I roll luck?
You can roll luck.
Okay,
You
I'll
can roll
take it.
luck.
I'll take it.
I know. I was like, man, he really picked out a ceramic elephant to steal. Oofa doofa.
Sure did.
I did pass that luck check.
Yeah, your ceramic elephant, fine.
Oh, he gives it a little smooch and puts it back in his pocket.
Good. Yeah, it's a good luck charm for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, what do you guys? You guys want to look at the house a little bit more?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you guys. I don't want to discourage you, but it is several tons of rubble, and you're 4 people with no expertise or construction equipment.
I'm gonna roll spot hidden to try and find signs of life.
Okay.
Can I roll?
I'm gonna yell at the pile of rubble to ask if anyone's in there.
That's what Chris is gonna do too.
Sure.
What the fuck? What the fuck, Atticus? What the fuck? I got a 99.
She's having a bad day.
You go
This is
blind.
Atticus. She has a fucking blind. She has a bad life.
Okay. So, while Cornelius and Chris are yelling for signs of life, Atticus, you start climbing onto the rubble
Mhm.
and pulling like bits and chunks and rocks out. And as you do, you loosen a pile above you that sort of comes collapsing down on you for 4 points of damage.
Oh, guys, can you believe it? I found a survivor already. I go up and I pull her out.
Yeah, so Max, here's where I have to ask you a question. So I didn't obviously since I fucked it up and I got the wrong sheet. Do I play with what I have currently? Because that would be all of
No.
my health. I would be unconscious.
I told you to double it.
Okay, then I have 4 points of health left. Atticus
You have more
looks
than
like
that.
No, because if I had
You started.
doubled.
Hang on. You started with 11,
Yes,
and you worked your way down to 4, right?
I worked my way down to 2, and then I regained 2 points of health, so I was now at 4.
Okay. So 4 out of 11, right? You technically
Don't-
lost
don't-
7 health. You should have
Okay, so don't
22
ask me
health.
to do math. Mm-hmm.
So your current health is 22 minus 7, which I believe
is
is
that?
15.
What's that?
15 minus 4 is 11. Hey guys, I'm back to full health.
Oh, Beth, never change, buddy.
I certainly won't.
Yeah, so you're pulled out of the rubble by Cornelius.
Cough up a pile of like dust and the pink stuff that lives in walls.
Oh, don't eat that.
It's fiberglass.
Don't eat that. Get that.
No.
Get that out.
It's in my lungs.
Oh,
That's really bad.
that's really bad for your lungs.
That's fine. I've been through worse. Oh. All right, I'm done. Sorry guys, they're all dead.
Count our losses. Can Chris try to help out a little bit here?
What do you want to
Also,
do?
kind of check around. Can I check around? Maybe like kick through some rubble, roll spot hidden.
You can roll spot hidden.
Okay. I really wish I had dice. That would make my life so much easier. That's a success.
All right, so Chris, as you delicately dig through the rubble, you find a piece of blue fabric that you recognize as belonging to Elizabeth's dress.
Is it attached to a
it-
dress?
It could be if you want to go digging.
Yeah, let's. Can I call everybody but Atticus over here so she doesn't eat more fiberglass?
Yeah, the other three of you start digging, and you pull out an unconscious, battered, and bleeding Elizabeth.
Somebody band-aid her.
I'll
I
do it.
got you.
Never mind.
Yeah, you
Don't
stay
worry.
over there. Don't,
I have
don't get
defibrillator
near here.
hands.
Yeah, Atticus is resting on the ground.
Yeah, so Cornelius, I guess I'll have you roll. Are you going to try and resuscitate?
I guess I could. I was thinking of maybe just like giving her some first aid and then maybe carrying her around.
Okay.
Unless
if
she
you-
looks like she needs like something more involved than that.
It's a little hard to tell because your sources of light are not efficient. You do feel a pulse.
Okay.
So I will have you roll first aid. Let's see how well you do.
So regular success.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to apply some bandages, stop some of the bleeding, but yeah, she's probably going to need to be carried.
That's fine.
And Mouse says, "Okay, do we look for the farmer too? I don't see anything else, guys."
Yeah, I'm all like searched out.
Can I do one last little scan over this whole... Man, my spot hidden's not great. Well, can I do one last little scan over just to see
Yeah.
if I see anything else? Okay. A regular success.
You don't see anything else.
Alright. Well, rip to Farmer Magoo and Groffrey.
Blofrey, the least you could do is get his name right.
Bongley.
Rip Bogley.
Rip Bogley. We're out.
All right. So you guys start working your way into the caves.
Hey, is Anderson working yet? Like, I'm
No.
trying that.
Nope.
What the fuck? My brother's dead. God damn it.
Maybe you're just in dead zone.
Maybe
Maybe
Oh.
reception's bad in the mountains. You ever think of that?
no. There was like I cast a weird glance at Kristen Mouse, and I'm like, there was one other time it didn't work.
Stop talking. I don't want to hear about this anymore.
Yeah, okay.
You guys quickly realize these caves are not normal caves, which sounds dumb. But you find that the walls have had this sort of hard black stone pressed into them. And through your flashlight, you can see that wherever this hard black stone pops up are carvings of some kind, symbols and characters and some text that none of you have ever seen before. But Atticus, the text rubs you the wrong way.
Like I can.
You can't understand it, but something about it gives you an uncomfortable sense of deja vu.
I go from like scrutinizing it to I refuse to look at it. If I see it, I'm turning my head. I will literally stare at the ground before I look at these walls.
Mouse is very interested in them as he shines his flashlight and he says, "What do you guys think this is?"
Cursed. Bad. Don't read it.
Mouse looks at it closer and says, "Oh my god, Chris, that's the thing. Look."
Okay, Chris looks at it.
So this section that Mouse is pointing to, you see carved into it is a monster, but it's a very distinct shape. It's that same blob structure with that eye, like you fought at Heart and Stone.
Mhm.
And you can see that this monster is surrounded by little, like, they're a little bit more than stick figures of people, but not by much, not much more detail than that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Maybe maybe that stuff I read was right. Maybe people here have fought that thing before.
Yeah, I don't know.
You think it's got any more info down here, or do you think this is maybe like a shrine?
I don't know. Maybe we can keep looking?
What if we didn't? What if we just and maybe like hear me out here. Something about all of this is giving me such a bad feeling.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
but this
go ahead.
is the thing that took my son. Someone else has fought this thing before somewhere.
I'll like take a look back at the ruins and stones or anything and what they're specifically looking at. Can I make discern anything differently?
Not from this sort of drawing here.
I'll just grimace and say, "All right, okay."
Mouse has a bit of a glow in his eyes, and he says, "All right, come on. I think there's more down here. Let's go take a look. Come on." And he,
A glow?
yeah, not like a sparkle, not like anything
Oh,
insidious.
like he's not glowing.
no, he looks excited,
Chris follows.
and he shines his light a little bit down the cave at another of these black markings, and this one, Chris, you can see features these sort of rough, maybe they're crystals or rocks, but you can see there's a bunch of these small little rock shaped things that levitate a little bit off the ground. And you see that same sort of crowd of little stick figures around them. Chris, can you roll intelligence for me, actually? That's what I'll have you do.
You know, it's funny. Chris is apparently quite intelligent, and I always forget about that.
I'm not surprised to hear that.
That is a hard success.
Chris, you think you may have actually seen these stones before. One time, when Iris was first getting diagnosed with missing tether to reality syndrome,
Mhm.
the tool that Arden used to diagnose Iris was a little stone, very similar to the ones you see before you. And if you remember, these stones couldn't be touched. They were not properly tethered to reality either.
You know, I think I've seen these stones before
Where?
at the hotel. I mean, go fucking figure. At the hotel.
What are they? Do they mean something?
So I'm just he like gestures to Cornelius and Atticus. He's like, you guys can hear this. It might not make much sense, but like, you know how Iris has like that weird thing where they just, or you know about this, right? Where they just like
Yeah.
disappear sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
When they were diagnosed with that the stone was used to diagnose them.
Okay, maybe they came from here. Do you think that's possible? Something
I mean,
found the stones here?
it could be. Yeah. I mean, we could keep an eye out. You know.
Okay. And Mouse scampers off further into the tunnels. Do you guys follow?
Yeah, and Maul, like, I'm assuming Mouse is like, you know, up ahead
Yes.
a little bit. He's gonna hang back with Cornelius and Atticus and be like, "Hey, so I'm gonna be real with you guys real fast. You know how like you had a conversation last night? You like ran away.
No. Wait,
About
you.
Yeah, I was. I. Yeah, sorry, but I did
What the
listen.
fuck, Chris?
What? Okay, listen. That was. Can you blame me? That
It was a
was
private conversation behind
in a
closed doors.
in a
Closed
pantry.
slatted doors, Chris.
Fucking
Behind
pantry.
closed slatted doors, Chris.
Yeah. Okay. Next time, find a better door.
Listen, okay, so I'm
Um,
sorry. I didn't mean to steal the peas. All right, I'm sorry, Chris.
No. Atticus.
I'm sweating so badly.
So I have to ask because I definitely overheard a lot. Did you guys like accidentally or unpurposefully almost end the world or like bring on a calamity of types?
If you count being possessed as a yes, then yeah, but like
Not on purpose.
no.
Not by
So-
choice.
Yeah, it falls in the accident category. Okay, what the fuck did you or not you do?
Fuck. Please don't tell anyone.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay, I briefly, for a few days, got possessed by the spirit of an angel and piloted like a doomsday device and corrupted and turned into like some awful monster thing. And there were like, I think God was there. I don't know. I don't really remember that part very much. Cornelius and my brother and my friend Phoebe literally went into heaven and saved me.
To be honest, was kind of fucking crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what any of that means.
That
Um,
is literally what happened.
yeah, that's a lot more than I bargained for here. I wasn't expecting that kind of answer.
No one
Hmm.
ever does.
But you guys, like, are you like okay? Not to be insensitive, but like, are you okay now?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Like I thought I was. They killed it. Something in my friends they all killed it and it was over and I was okay and I was healing. I lost my leg. I may or may not have had some organ failure, but that's okay now. But I shouldn't be able to heal myself anymore and I I don't know. I had these awful burns. You all saw it. And then I
Mhm.
just didn't.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering, like,
I don't know what happened and I hate to admit it, but this whatever this stuff on the walls is reminds me a lot of stuff I really don't want to think about.
like stuff involved with that event.
I think so. I'll be really honest. Have you ever been possessed before? It's like no. It's like shoving another person into your mind, but not in like a let's share the space kind of way. It's a let's fight for the control of your body kind of way. But you don't stop seeing or hearing or feeling. You're just not in control. It's awful. But the other thing,
Mhm.
and this is the hardest, this is the weird part. When you, I guess, meld two minds together, there's a lot of sharing. And so that thing got a lot of me and my feelings, but I got a lot of his too. And I don't understand a lot or really anything. I can't even think about it 'cause it just makes me uncomfortable. And the stuff on the walls, the stuff you guys are talking about is giving me that exact same feeling.
Okay. And I mean, like, okay, the healing thing. Have I guess have you been hurt since then?
Not since the fire vampires. But
Yeah,
if you're
but like,
asking about like before, yeah,
mhm.
I've got kids, I've got scrapes and bruises and little things. I haven't been stabbed in years, so I can't put on like a really major wound. I suppose that fire vampire thing is probably the worst I've had since that incident.
And you like you would know if you were possessed. It sounds like you would know. So like,
Like grab me by
you-
the shoulders, and I'm like, if there's any light, I'm staring really deep into your eyes, and I'm like, what color are my eyes right now?
what color are they?
You don't know what color Atticus's eyes are?
No, I don't.
They're
Oh.
they're green.
Okay, they are green. Okay, they're green.
They're still green?
Yeah.
Then I'm okay. I'm fine.
Okay, you're okay. All right.
If I
All
start
right.
I start smiling really weird and calling you by your full name, and my eyes are, were they blue, Cornelius?
Listen, I try not to remember that.
That's so fair. I think it was. I think someone told me it was blue. I think it maybe yellow. It doesn't matter if they turn a different color and I start calling you by your full name. Run.
Okay. Good to know. Okay. Well, I won't make you relive any more past traumas.
I really appreciate it because I'd love to pretend that never happened to me.
Yeah, maybe after this trip you can go back to pretending it never happened, but like it seems like right now we might have to kind of we might need your help with this.
If you don't tell anyone, either of you, I'm looking at Mouse, about any
Mouse
of this.
is not here. Mouse is
On he
still
Oh,
elsewhere down the tunnel.
oh, I forgot he's not here. Thank God. Okay, you know what, Chris? Yes. Don't tell anyone. Do not tell your brother. I will help you.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm not gonna say anything. I'll just okay. All right.
It'll,
Let's
we have a lot of former knowledge from some other adventures that, just casually.
were you like okay. w- One more thing. Really, really, really fast. You said you were from Connecticut?
I'm not from Connecticut, but I live
Or-
there.
Yeah, you live in Connecticut, like you came here from Connecticut.
Yeah.
Were you like involved in anything else?
You
Chris,
you hear
Chris.
guys, come on! You're not gonna believe this.
Okay, all right. Later.
If we live, I'll tell you that story too.
Okay, all right. All right. Let's go catch up with this little guy.
Hey everyone, it's Max here for your regularly scheduled ad break. What's up? Thanks for listening to episode number 62 of The Reflection Game, which is absolutely wild, and I hope you are enjoying it. Just a couple of quick announcements for you this week. First of all, it is with great displeasure that I have to say we are temporarily postponing our Halloween special. Now, I always look forward to our Halloween special, and this year is no exception. However, I don't know if you could tell, but we have like a ton of stuff going on this week, and next week is no different. And I did not really want to interrupt the flow for Halloween. Next week is probably going to be scary enough as it is. So I still want to do a autumnal spectacular, but probably a little later into autumn. So that's that, and I hope you understand, and I hope you look forward to what we have coming up, that I feel so strongly about postponing this. And I also, as I've been mentioning the last few weeks, just want to let you know that if you're not already doing so and you're interested, we premiere all of these episodes on YouTube. They go live and we can all watch them together at the same time for the first time at 3 p.m. Eastern every Monday at Tin Podcast on YouTube. So if you're not, and you got some extra time on your Mondays in the mid-ish afternoon, come swing by. It would mean a lot to us. You know what else means a lot to us? Is when you tell a friend about This Isn't Normal. Thank you if you do that. And also, patreon.com/tincast means a lot to us. That's our financial support for the show. And it helps keep us going each and every month. So thank you if you support us. We got about like 11 days. Sometime between now and 11 days is when the... No, it's fine. Come on in. And no, take a seat. No, the more the merrier, Kaya. Just come on in. No, get your sniffs out. This is good. This is great unscripted ad break content. Where was I? Sometime between now and the next... Okay, are we good? Okay. I think we're good. Sometime between now and the next 11 days is Patreon, which is a Beth-led adventure, should be running at least till the end of the year, maybe into January as well, called I Spy. And it's a lot of fun. It's a really good adventure. I cannot wait for you guys to hear it. And of course, we'll have a little trailer at the end of one of the episodes in November, so that'll be cool. And seriously, I do a thing here every week, And finally, just gotta thank our $10 patrons. Thank you. Thank you to Mango, Amanda Krondar, Morgan Wolbrandt, Emmy Lynn Laderna, Charlie Rose, Adam Carpenter, and Marco Malmstrom for their continued support of the show. Thank you guys so much. It means the world to us. All right, I think that's that. Hope you're having a good time with everything going on, and we'll talk to you next week. Until then, stay safe, drink lots of water, and take care. This is the... All right, so you guys head further down the tunnel where you see Mouse. He's practically bouncing, and he says, okay, I think I'm starting to figure this out. I think this is one of the first ones, actually, chronologically. And he points to another drawing on the wall. This is a much larger piece than the others have been. And it features 3 distinct settings. You see clouds above the land and an area below the land. On the mainland, you see jagged mountains. From above, from the land, and from below, you see those stick figures descending and ascending to the land. And Mouse says, look at this. I think some things came here, God knows how many thousands of years ago now. And if I'm reading this right, it looks like they may have come from hell, and maybe this even proves the existence of heaven.
Yeah.
I cough awkwardly.
But if this is the start, right? These things, they came to the mountains, which that has to be here, right?
I mean, it would make sense.
Okay, so let's do that. And he skirts off back the way that you guys came, back towards the house.
Mouse, just wait a second. Hold
Come
on.
on. I have an idea.
Before he
Oh,
runs away,
gosh.
I grabbed Chris by the shoulder. And I'm
Don't-
going to lean over and I whisper, if your brother is about to start messing with angels, I really need you to understand. Angels are fundamentally poisonous to people. They will overwrite your entire molecular structure. Don't let your brother touch one, or anything that comes from one.
Okay. I will not. Getting kind of scary.
It was really bad. They're legitimately worse than hell.
Guys!
Coming, Mouse.
All right,
Sorry, slow leg. Ha ha ha.
Mouse stands back in front of the rock drawing and says, okay, so those guys, they came from all over, and they came to these mountains, and maybe they found these rocks, right? The reality separating rocks. Maybe they were here. This place is weird, right? Maybe they came from here.
Wait, are you saying that they use these rocks to, like, what, break into heaven?
I know. No. They came from heaven and hell for these things, I think. These reality breakers. They're not tethered to here. They're not tethered to heaven or hell or anywhere. They're tethered to outside of this universe, from what I understand.
What the fuck?
Okay, so they came here and they found the rocks, right? And he sprints off back towards the next drawing.
Okay. Dude, you have to slow down. I can't walk that fast.
Come on!
Slow. Oh, God. Chris,
And
your brother is spiraling. You need to help him.
Listen, I know. He's just got to figure this out.
And as you catch up to Mouse at the next drawing, he says, okay, so they found the rocks, and maybe those monsters, these goo monsters, they're guardians, they're protectors of it, and maybe they had to defeat it, right?
Wait a minute. Are you saying that you think these goo monsters appear when they're trying to protect one of these stones?
I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that after that thing, one of these things ate Chris's friend Iris. That's when their tether was broken. So the rocks, the goo monsters, they're related somehow, and maybe they're protecting them. I don't know. But guys, I bet the last piece, it's got to be in the rubble behind the house.
Fuck. Okay, I want to gesture to my small various wounds. Reminder, Don't play in rubble, kids. That's not safe.
Chris, Cornelius, you gotta help me, please.
Yeah. All
Mm.
right.
Yep. That's what we're here for.
Okay, and he sprints back off towards the house.
I don't have the energy in me to sprint.
Yes, it's okay, buddy.
Can I make a spot hidden check for like a hoe or a shovel or maybe like a large excavator hidden in the rubble?
Okay, well, I don't know about that last one, but you know, the remnants of a farm did fall into here, so you can roll spot hidden. Maybe we can get you a shovel.
Oh, hell yeah. That is the first extreme success of the night.
Hell yeah, Chris. As you none of you guys are remotely matching Mouse's pace right now, right?
No,
No.
I'm supporting Cornelius.
Chris's little shoulder hurts.
Yeah.
So
But you find a shovel.
sick. What is Mouse like digging with his hands right now?
Yeah, he is hunched over, digging at the ground. So all of these drawings have been carved into the right side of the wall. And so that's sort of the area where Mouse is relative to the house, in that same sort of area digging.
I'm gonna like put my hand on his shoulder and I'm gonna be like, just take the shovel. Just please don't
Okay.
hurt yourself.
All right. So he takes the shovel and starts digging for like 15 minutes. All you guys hear is him grunting and scrambling and the sound of earth being moved. And then you hear like a chink. And Mouse says, "Oh my God. Guys, I think I found it."
Come up and check it out.
Yeah, I'm behind Cornelius. I'm nervous though.
Yeah, Mouse takes a few minutes to sort of wipe away dust and debris. And as he's doing so, his face drops and he says, "What the hell?" This drawing is in two parts. It's almost like a little flip book. You see on this first drawing, those little stick figures are all standing around the monster. There are stones above the monster. And you see that it's almost like giving way, like a wave separating. It is, or like a sinkhole. The monster is collapsing. And then in the second panel, you see the figures bow. And rising from the goo monster is something terrifying. It's this sort of hastily scrawled figure. It looks almost like a machine of some kind. And the defining characteristic is this giant eye. And Mouse says, No, what is this? I don't understand.
Is it like
Looks-
a machine guy?
It looks like they're summoning something out of him. Those metal, like that metal monster thing. Like maybe it's like a reality portal.
No, this
Or like an egg or
Oh my
something?
god. What if they you said those stones are connected to reality, right? What if those funky weird monster things, if they get enough of them, they can power itself to turn into a portal and summon something from outside?
No. They must have they must have defeated it, right? They must have defeated it and found a way to stop it, right? This isn't a ritual, is it?
Or maybe a prophecy?
Oh, don't say that. Oh, Cornelius, no, don't say that.
Back.
As you're all talking, you distinctly hear the sound of massive footsteps echoing down the tunnel towards your location.
I think it's time to hide.
I was about to say hide and seek time.
Where would you all like to hide?
I wanna
Tucked up
hide.
against the house rubble.
Yeah. I want to be able to, like, if I can finesse myself in a way that you said there's like a bunch of windows are like shattered. Is there a way to like position yourself near enough a window so that you can still try and peek at whatever this thing is coming?
Yeah, I do need everyone to roll stealth for me.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God.
You'll never believe it. I failed.
If you can believe it with my reaction to the stealth that I have and the roll that I made, I also failed.
Okay.
Atticus and Cornelius go to hide and then just trip and hold hands and fall out together.
Cornelius is like, I don't know how to hide behind this. Just stands there like a fucking fool.
Atticus
Chris.
puts a lampshade over her head.
Chris, how'd you do?
I got a success.
Mouse got an extreme success.
Mouse turns invisible.
So the Hawthorns hide successfully while Team Atticus and Cornelius are sort of fish out of water. From the mouth of the cave, where Mouse first ran into, you see this huge shadow flickering, coming from a lantern. And as the figure rounds into view, you see a giant of a man. Massive, easily over 7 feet tall, and built like a truck. Real Wilson Fisk hours down in this cave. And he has this enormous, scraggly beard and this wild black hair. And so, like I said, in one hand, he's clutching an old torch. Or not a torch, a lantern, I should say, an old-timey lantern. But slung over his shoulder is a person. This person is bound and gagged, and you can see that on top of their head is some sort of like, could just be tinfoil, but under it, Atticus, you catch a glimpse of white hair.
Motherfucker, I'm gonna run out.
I grab you as you start running.
Okay.
Can we make a strength contest to be
Yeah,
stupid
I'll have
and
you
try
have you
and...
both roll strength, and whoever gets the higher value, not the higher value, but the higher success rate.
Oh, I failed. I got a 78, and I have
I got a success. So,
yeah, I have a 50 in strength, so I'm not really good at many things.
yo, I've got a 54 in strength.
So Atticus, as you rush forward and Cornelius stops you, the figure turns slowly towards you and says, "The dagger."
I don't have it. It might be in the rubble somewhere.
I can wait.
Who's
I
that
look
man?
at him flabbergasted.
Who's
in
that man on your shoulder?
disbelief.
He looks at you with a smile, his kind of yellowing teeth glistening in the lantern light, and he says, "It's your brother, your deeply cursed brother."
I'm gonna turn to wherever I last saw Mouse and Chris, even though I don't really know where they are. And I'm just gonna say through really gritted teeth, "Give it to me."
Okay. I look at Mouse.
Mouse is like shaking. Who has the dagger? Does Mouse have it or does Chris have it?
Chris.
He's like shrugging.
Do you...
Can
Okay.
I turn to Big Man while Chris is deciding and ask him what he needs it for?
He says, "I'd like it in my possession. Your angry little brother is fine, by the way. I should mention, this is purely collateral."
Give me the dagger.
If we give you the dagger, can you show us how to get the fuck out of here?
Of course.
Oh, sweet.
Please give
Do
me the
we-
dagger.
Chris yells out, "Do we really know that he's still alive?"
Oh my goodness. He hoists Anderson off of his shoulder and places him down so he's standing on 2 feet, and he rips some duct tape off of Anderson's mouth as he goes, "You fucker! This fucking asshole! Atticus! Get me out of here!"
God, give me the dagger, please.
Chris is like, "Ow, my shoulder." Chris like throws the dagger. It's sheathed, so it's not going to hurt anybody.
Can I roll to catch it?
Yeah. Dexterity?
Barely a success.
Okay. So yeah, you sort of do your best to sprint over and grab it as it's hurtling through the air towards you.
All right, I kind of walk back towards where Cornelius is, and I say, "Okay, just untie him. Let him take a few steps, and I will kick it over, please."
The dagger first. This is non-negotiable.
All right, I put it on the ground and I slide it as hard as I can towards him.
All right. And it goes pretty close, and he bends over and grabs it. And you see him look it over, shove it in his pocket, and says, "All right, go on." And he takes the sort of like tinfoil hat off of Anderson, and as soon as he does, Atticus, your mind is flooded with, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god."
Yeah, so Anderson's got the same, like, just instant flush of, like, Jesus fucking Christ, please, 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 oh God.
And the man unties him. He has these giant fingers, but it's just sort of like this one swift motion. All the bindings come off as Anderson runs over and scoops you up in a hug, Atticus.
Yeah, I give him a really big squeeze, and then I'll try and shove him behind us.
Yeah. The man says, "Thank you for that, by the way."
What's the deal with that thing anyway?
The
Like
dagger?
you and well, like the guy in the dagger. He
I can
really
tell
doesn't
you
like.
on the
I
way
think
back
you.
to the cabin.
Oh, sweet. Screen
Okay.
time.
Oh my god.
He looks over at the sort of excavated cave drawings and says, "I see you've been busy.
Do you know about these things?
That's why I've been here for the last 400 years."
Tell us about it.
Wait, what do you mean? I didn't think there were any actual like I know the world's magic now, but I didn't know anyone outside of Connecticut was still magic before that.
You are a very narrow-minded person, I'm sorry to say. The world has
Okay.
been magic long before Connecticut was magic.
That sounds fake.
What do you mean?
I don't know, I'm really stressed out.
I know you are, but what?
He says, "Come, I will take you back to my cabin."
What's your name, big fella?
Sylvester.
What's your
Just
last
the
name?
guy we wanted to talk to.
Lost to time, I'm afraid. Not that it really matters anymore.
That's
I'm
a
gonna give you-
really long last name.
I'm just gonna give you Lawson. I feel like that's better. That's fitting.
He looks at you, Atticus, and he says, "You reek, just like your brother.
I'll take a lot of steps back.
Nasty curse you have on you.
Do you know how to break it?
Heavens, no." And he looks at Cornelius and says, "You too, it's on you, but not in the same way. Did you marry into their family?"
What?
No,
What the? What do you mean?
I mean we're like really close. Like we're family of sorts, but
One day, when all of this is over, I'd recommend a DNA test. Not for
What
you,
the fu-
but for someone close to you. They're afflicted
Oh.
with this same nastiness that surrounds your white-haired friends.
I squint, and then there seems to be a little bit of a connection in my mind, and I do a little nod.
Atticus
And
looks
then I move on.
flabbergasted.
Regardless, we're not here for that. We're here for the end of the world, aren't we?
I don't know about that.
No.
The
What if?
end of it. Don't say
No,
that.
Yeah, everything's gonna be fine.
He laughs and says, "I suppose you wouldn't have heard, would you? I haven't either. Service is terrible out here, but I knew what was coming.
Man, I can't keep living through apocalypses.
Terrible
What do you
news out
mean?
of Yellowstone.
What?
The
What do you mean?
supervolcano erupted in the night.
What?
What?
Come,
Wait.
let's keep walking."
What? What about the people? What? Okay, I'm just following. I'm kind of at a loss.
Yeah. He turns towards you, Chris, as you're all walking and says, "You must have heard a lot of people blame you for the end of the world."
Me?
Yes, you.
Why me?
Well, you're an obvious culprit, you and your friends. But may I be the first to let you know that this game was rigged long before you were a player in it.
You know too much.
You bet I did. Tell me something. Does anyone know what a caldera is?
Collapse of a volcano.
Very good. Now, tell me if this sounds familiar to you all. The word caldera.
Yeah. Yep.
An organization whose sole purpose is to trigger the collapse of a volcano. But why? Why would they do that? They were building something in there.
What were they building?
A vessel.
Can you stop speaking so cryptically and just spit it out?
He whirls around and says, "Your friends at Caldera have been building a vessel that will house the Harvester entity."
Fuck is that?
I wouldn't
What?
call
That
them
sounds-
friends, but
That sounds awful. What do you mean?
A creature who travels from universe to universe to collect every living thing.
What the fuck? God, no!
Creature
Fuck!
beyond comprehension, who comes for humans, angels, devils, concepts. In a matter of hours, we're all doomed.
How do you even know what a concept is?
When you live as long as I do, you tend to bump into these things. So,
What do we do to stop it? Is there stopping it?
of course there is. To be honest with you, I'm rather disappointed, because if you're here and you don't know any of this, then I'm fucked. Don't feel bad for me, though. I've lived a good life. I can offer you some tea while you wait for your ride, and maybe we can discuss a few other items.
Sure.
Let's just get out of here. Yeah.
Sounds good. And he leads you out in a stunned silence. Mouse is beyond any semblance of sanity. He is just gripping at his hair, head straight down. And as you all exit, what might be the dawn light is completely obscured above a cloud of smoke and dust and this thick red mist that is starting to permeate everything.
That's so awesome.
And we'll pick up next time.
What the fuck?
I
Hey, Max.
keep forgetting none of this is real. I'm so stressed out.
Hey, Max, what the fuck, man?
Yeah,
I
man,
know.
what the fuck?
You
I
put us
know.
through so much every season, and I'm sick of this shit.
Max, I personally want to thank you for traumatizing me in new ways every week.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Oh, it's really the highlight of my week.
I got a fun quick story. I actually turned off the recording, but I turned it back on real fast before we wrap up here. If you go back to episode 1 of the reflection game, when Hannah is venting to Cosmo, one of the first things she mentions is that her vacation to Yellowstone got shut down because the super volcano started exhibiting some weird activities.
It's like, I don't give a fuck, space.
So that's what I've been sitting on for over a year.
That you're gonna
God
blow up the
damn.
super volcano and kill us all? Listen, I've had my this doesn't have to make it onto the recording bit, but I've had my private thoughts that this whole season is turning into a Majora's Mask game. You get set up specifically from the wording Max used in the initial week before everything started. Like 1 week remains is what he said, and I clocked that, and all the things we did, all this like the splitting up. I don't know how far back in time we're gonna go, but I'm willing to bet you to solve this, we're gonna have to go back in time because Majora's Mask. But I didn't expect the super volcano. No one ever sees that coming.
Nobody ever sees the super volcano coming.
Cornelius and Atticus, when you're able to sort of first catch your bearings as the dust sort of settles around you, you see that the house has pretty much collapsed from every conceivable angle. All of the windows have been broken. Half of the house is laying sort of lopsided to your right, and you see that it has opened up into... Oh, I'm sorry, Beth, is this a bad time?
Beth, you're so clicky.
Oh, Beth's headphones died.
Ah,
Well, actually, they deoded.
this is very funny.
You know, you could have just told us, right, Beth? Your headphones died, but your microphone didn't.
Oh my god! I'm so fucking stupid! Yeah, my headphones died. Give me a second. I missed all of that. I'm really mad because I was very invested. Fucking forgot the headphones. The fuck are my backup?
I think we should just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Atticus like lost hearing
Yeah,
temporarily.
Atticus lost hearing.
Atticus goes deaf from the impact. What if you just
Ugh.
start rambling incoherently until
That's
Beth
weird.
gets back?
Thank goodness, my shitty cat. I hid them in a cupboard, and my cat removed them from the cupboard and just laid them
Oh.
across my floor. So I was like, "Oh, there are my headphones that I definitely wouldn't have found." So I tried to put them away.
So are you back? Okay,
No.
good. Zooby zooby zoo.
If I busted out the amiibo cards for Animal Crossing right now, boom. Here they
You
are.
got the Raymond card?
I think so.
Give Bud.
Let's see. Do I have Bud?
Yeah, Bud is my
Um,
favorite.
I don't think so. I don't have a lot of them.
My favorite.
Of the newest guys, I have Petrie, Ione, Marlo, Judy, and Renee. Though.
I don't think I know any of those. Do you have Nan?
Hello?
Hello?
Give Coco.
Hello.
Hello, okay, I can hear you guys. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
That's okay.
I guess I'll just restart.
Okay, thank you.
Ahem, ahem.